get your details of another horrific incident of suicide that's been reported in the country's coaching hub of Kota.
रीवा की रहने वाली छात्रा ने कोटा में बिल्डिंग की 5वीं मंजिल से कूदकर सुसाइड कर लिया है।
4 June 2024. This is the day when result of general election was declared to form the 18th Lok Sabha. This is the same day when result of lakhs of students who were appeared in NEET exam was declared by National Testing Agency. Students who got selected were celebrating their success. But this good time turned into sadness when an 18-year-old girl who was from Madhya Pradesh committed suicide in Rajasthan's Kota. The reason for this incident is not known yet. This girl was preparing for the NEET exam at coaching institute in Kota. Her name was Bhagishati Tiwari. Bhagishati Tiwari was living with her mother and brother, allegedly jumped from building in the Jawaharnagar area of Kota. But just a minute, are you thinking that this is the first case of suicide this year? Then you are thinking wrong. The fact is that this is not the only case of such incident this year. This is the 11th case of suspected suicide by a student in country's coaching hub Kota since January this year. Last year, 26 suspected suicide cases by coaching students were reported. Now, after knowing all these shocking incidents, the question arises here is that why students and parents are blindly running after JEE and NEET exams? Why can't they see the cutthroat competition? Why can't they see that the seats are limited but students are unlimited? Why can't they understand that the chances of selection is very less, or if I say it's negligible? Do only doctors and engineers get respect? No. Do only doctors and engineers get a luxury life? Answer is again no. Or does life get easier after becoming doctors and engineers? The answer is absolutely not. Then why everyone is mad behind JEE and NEET exams? So to understand this thing, we need to understand mentality of our so-called society. Although we are living in 21st century which can be called era of entrepreneurship, but even then clearing all these exams are the symbol of status. Entrepreneurship leads to very risky and uncertain life, but these exams are the sure path of a certain, stable and a successful life. So we can say that the stability plays a vital role in the life of our society. Everyone admires risky entrepreneurship, but mostly people are afraid of losing. So they don't want to be on risky side. And that's why parents force their children to clear exams like JEE and NEET. But just a minute, is it possible for all aspirants to clear the exams? And the answer is no, because seats are limited. And the other thing behind our main question that why everyone is mad behind these exams like NEET and JEE is coaching mafia. Today coaching centers have become coaching mafias. These days coaching centers lure students and parents by showing them their fake rankers. Mostly parents who send their children to coaching centers are from middle class family, and trust me, it is very easy to fool middle class parents. Today Kota, which was known as education hub, has been changed into ruthless business industry. The annual turnover of these coaching centers is more than 10,000 crore. Every year more than 50 lakhs medical and engineering books are sold to students. So these coaching centers do whatever is necessary to bring students into their coaching center so that they can get money out of students' parents. Actually, the cause of depression in students are the unrealistic expectations of their parents. Mostly students who go to Kota for JEE and NEET exams coaching are the topper of their school. So a middle class parent thinks that their child is very intelligent and he can easily crack these exams. But reality hits hard. When a student who was the topper of his school go to Kota, then he comes to know that everyone is topper here. And everyone is above 90% in class 12. And the number of students is also in lakhs. Then the confidence of that student starts to come down. But the problem is that he cannot tell his parents that he is not an extraordinary student, and it will be very hard to crack the exam. Because a middle class parents send their children to these coaching centers by taking heavy loans, selling their lands, etc. And then that student comes under a lot of pressure, anxiety and depression. And all these things leads the students to lose their life. A student in coaching center faces this depression alone. He does not have anyone to discuss with. He is alone to fight, he is alone there to save reputation of his parents. He is alone to repay the loan amount. He's alone over there. He's literally alone. Then what's the solution? If we want to save our children, we need to understand that he or she is not enough capable of bearing the burden of unrealistic expectations. Parents needs to accept that every school topper cannot be the topper of these competition. Being a topper in school is literally different than being a topper on national level. In school, there is only 100 students in a class, but on national level, there are lakhs of students who are also topper of their schools. So the competition is literally on another level for a school topper. We need to understand that our children can be a part of those 98% students who fails in these exams. Our children might not be a part of those 2% rankers. It is okay to try once or twice, but it is not okay at all to make JEE and NEET-like exams your life. Syllabus of life is different for everyone. We all are different in a different way. So if you get failed in these exams after trying 2 to 3 years, try something else. You have your life to live. Don't waste your youth, your energy in these exams. These exams doesn't mean success. A person can be successful in different ways.